Hello students, it's me Rizwan here again. Now this is the fifth video that I prepared to explain how to use the graphic display calculator that you see here, Casio FX9860G. In the fourth video, I had solved four problems, four IB questions. So let us continue. So I'm going to start with the fifth problem here. Uh, this is the problem. A part of the graph of y equal to 2x minus x square is given in the diagram below. You can see here, it's a parabola, and the shaded region, this part is revolved through 360 degrees above the x-axis. So write down an expression for this volume of revolution. Now that is pretty straightforward. So this is the expression. Uh, Volume is integral a to b pi times y square dx. So y is nothing but f of x, and a and b are nothing but the upper and lower and upper limits. Now in this case, um, so pi, so a is 0 and b is 2. You can see that this area is bounded by the vertical lines x equal to 0 and x equal to 2. So 0 to 2, 2x minus x squared the whole square dx, y square. Okay. Now either you find the answer. The next part is find the volume, calculate this volume. You can either do this way, that means expanding it and then integrating it, then applying the upper limit and the lower limit, and then subtracting the answers. Okay, you'll get 1.07 pi. Okay, or the answer is 3.35 or 16 pi by 15. There are many forms, right? What I would recommend is use the calculator, since it's the calculator paper. So how to use that? So let us look at it here. So go to math and then here integral. So bracket 2x minus x square bracket whole square dx. It is 0, right? 0 to 2. Okay, you get 1.07, and then since you can see that I have not written the value of pi here, so you can either write it as 1.07 pi, or it is better that you write the final answer. That means let me shift answer multiplied by shift this one. So the answer is 3.35. Okay, so this is how you do it. And so let us look at the sixth problem now. The diagram below shows a quadrilateral ABCD with obtuse angles. Let us look at the sixth problem now. The diagram below shows a quadrilateral ABCD with obtuse angles, angle ABC. So there is an obtuse angle here and there is an obtuse angle here. AB is 5 centimeter, BC, DC and AD are all 4 centimeters each. Okay. The first question is, use the cosine rule to show that AC is square root of 41 minus 40 cos x. Now that is very simple. Let's look at the mark scheme. Yeah. So 5 square plus 4 square minus 2 times 5 times 4 cos x. Okay, that is AC square. So you get this expression. So I'm not going to explain this. That is very simple. Now the next part is use the sine rule in triangle ABC, in this triangle ABC, to find another expression for C. Okay, you know that the sine rule says that AC by sine x equal to 4 by sine 30. So you have AC by sine x equal to 4 by sine 30, and we know that sine 30 is nothing but half. So finally you'll get AC equal to 8 times sine x. So that is the expression that you get. And next part is hence find x, giving an answer to 2 decimal places. Now you have an expression here for AC, and we have found another expression for AC, isn't it? So and both of them are equal. So by equating them, that is 8 sine x equal to this, we will find the answer. Okay. Now let us solve this. How do you do it? Again, I'm going to use the um, graph in the calculator. So I'm going to type 8 sine x as y1, and this one under root 41 minus 40 cos x as y2. So Let me take the calculator. So menu, go to graph. In y1, I'm going to type 8 sin x. So 8 sin x. Okay. Now before doing this, now it is very important that you can see that the angle is in degrees, isn't it, students? So you have to make sure that the in the input mode, that is in the menu run mode, the angle is in degrees. Let us check shift menu. Now you can see that the angle is in radians. So in case if you do not change this, then you will get incorrect answers and you will lose a lot of marks, students. So it's very important that you take care of this. So I'll convert this into degrees. Okay, change it to degrees. So menu, let me go to graph again. Okay, so again let me type 8 sin x. So 8 sin x, and y2 will be under root. So shift square root bracket 41 minus 40 cos x. So close the bracket. Okay. Now again I can't see any graph, so let me go and change the scale. Shift view window. I'll make it trigonometric. Okay. Yeah. Again it is not very clear, but not a problem. Let me find the solution. So G solve intersect. X is minus 351, which is not possible. Here we're talking about x is an obtuse angle, isn't it? It can't be negative. So let me press this replay. X is minus 248. No, that's not the answer. Yeah. Now x is 8.68 or x is 111.3. So again, let us look at the mark scheme. I'm sorry, I think the mark scheme is here. Yes. So x correct solution is 8.682, 111.317. Okay, for writing this step, you get 1 mark. But taking 111.317, you get again 1 mark. Okay, because as you can see, the this is an obtuse angle, isn't it? So the solution cannot be 8. So the final answer is x has to be 111.32. Okay, so let's look at the next part. Find AC. Now that is very simple. So whatever value found for x, that is 111.31. Yeah, you substitute for in 8 sin x, so you'll get the value of AC. And I'm not going to solve D part, that is quite simple. So let us look at the 7th problem now. Okay, let f of x equal to a e power kx plus 3. Part of the graph of f is shown below. So okay, you can see it here. So the y-intercept is 0, 13. Show that a equal to 10. That is very simple. So in this expression, substitute x as 0 and f of x as 13, and then solve. You'll get 10 as the answer. So let us look at the mark scheme. Yeah, I'm sorry, I completely forgot one thing, students. Now there is one other way to solve the previous problem. You can see that here I solved it using graph, isn't it? There is another way to solve this problem, which some of you may actually tend to do it. And I'm going to tell you why you should not follow that method. Okay, so let us take the same expression again. And so here 64 sine square x. So by squaring both sides, you get 64 sine square x equal to 41 minus 40 cos x. Now sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x, correct? So simplify it. So finally you will get a quadratic equation, in cos x. So I'm going to replace cos x with a. So you'll get 64a square minus 40a minus 23 equal to 0. Now, if you use the equation, that is the polynomial, solving a polynomial. So let us look at it. Let us say, let's go to exit. So let me delete this first. So menu, let me go to equation. So polynomial, it's a quadratic polynomial. So a is, before that, let me delete everything. Yeah, so a is 64, b is minus 40, and c is minus 23. Say a is 64 minus 40 minus 23. So you can see you get two answers. One answer is 0.9885 and the other answer is minus 0.363. So which is what I've written here, 0.9885 or minus 0.363. Now this is nothing but cos x, isn't it? So x is nothing but cos inverse of this one or cos inverse of minus 0.363. Now cos inverse of 0.9885 is nothing but 8.68, and cos inverse of minus 0.363 is nothing but 111.3. Okay, so the final answer is 111.31. So you will still get the correct answer if you do it properly. But the problem is, while simplifying this expression, there is a huge chance. There is a huge chance that you may actually uh, make some mistakes, right? And also you can see that it's quite lengthy, isn't it, students? Like you tend to lose a lot of time. So please understand that the time that you gain, okay, is the time that you can actually use for solving other questions. So you have to be very smart. So it is better that you use the first method that I taught you, right? Good. So let us go to the seventh problem. Here, let f of x equal to this. Okay, the y-intercept is 13. So show that a equal to 10. That is very simple. So put x as 0 and f of x as 13. You will get a as 10. So that is very simple. So let us look at the mark scheme. Yeah, so x is 0 and f of x is 13, so we'll get a as 10. Now, second part, that is given that f of 15 is 3.49, find the value of k. So you write x as 15 and f of x is 3.49. So you get 3.49 equal to 10 e power 15k plus 3. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this part. So I'm going to take this one, 3.49 as the first function and 10 e power 15x plus 3 as the second function. So I'm going to use the graph in this calculator. So let me go to graph. So the first function is 3.49 and the second function is 10 times e raised to 15x and then plus 3, is it? Yeah, plus 3. So I'm going to change the scale again, shift view window. I'm going to make it standard. So let us see. Okay, you get a graph like this. So G solve intersect. So the solution is minus 0.201. So let me check whether it is right. Yeah, that is correct. So K is minus 0.201. Right? Okay. So let us look at the next part. Using your value of K, find f dash of x. That's so I'm going to leave this part now. So that is quite simple. Now let us look at the last part. Let g of x equal to minus x squared plus 12x minus 24. Okay. Find the area enclosed by the graphs of f and g. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this graph in the calculator. So exit, delete this as well. So the first function is a e power kx plus 3. So which is nothing but 10 times e. Sorry, just a minute, what happened? E power 15x. So it is kx, not 15. Sorry, it's kx. So minus 0.201x, and then plus 3, is it? Yes, plus 3. So that is the first function. So let me draw this. Okay, I get this graph. So let me change the scale, shift view window. Let me make y maximum as, let us say, y minimum is 0 and y maximum as, let us say, 15. Yeah, better. So now I'm going to draw this second function, that is this parabola minus x squared plus 12x minus 24. So minus x squared plus 12x and then minus 24. So minus 24. Okay. Now the question is, find the area enclosed by the graphs of f and g. Okay. Now this parabola is nothing but g, and this one, the exponential function, is nothing but f. Okay. Now you're supposed to find this area, students. This area. Now how do I find it? This area is bounded by both the curves, and between these two vertical lines, can you see this point of intersection? Draw a vertical line here, and there is another point of intersection. Draw a vertical line there. Now the x coordinate of these two points of intersection will give you the limits. Okay, so you know the formula, right? Integral a to b, this one, this curve, which is g of x dx minus integral a to b, this f of x dx. So let us look at the mark scheme. Yeah, so g of x minus f of x dx. Okay, but how did you get this 3.90 and 8.69? This is nothing but the x coordinate of the point of intersection. Okay, because this area is bounded by these two vertical lines, isn't it? So how do I find it? G sol intersect. So you can see that this one, x coordinate is 3.89, and the next one, the x coordinate is 8.69. So that's how you get 3.90 and 8.69. So again, you can use the calculator to find this answer. Okay, so I hope you know where to go. You go to menu, go to run mode, go to math part. I'm sorry, math here, and then here. So you can actually use this to find g of x and then find f of x and then subtract. Correct? Let me delete everything. Okay, so this is over. Now let us look at the 8th problem. Consider f of x equal to 2 minus x squared. So it's the parabola. The vertex is 0, 2, between minus 2 and plus 2, and g of x equal to sine of e power x for x between minus 2 and plus 2. The graph of f is given below. Okay. On the diagram above, sketch the graph of g. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to sketch the graph of f. Okay, so you can see the minus 2 to plus 2 and minus 2 to plus 3 here. So this information is going to help me decide the scale. So let me go to graph, graph. So okay, fine. So 2 minus x squared, is it? Yes. So 2 minus x squared. Now I'm going to change the scale. So minus 2 plus 2, and then y is minus 2 to plus 3. Yeah, you can see the graph here. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw the second one, that is sine of e power x. This one, sine e power x between minus 2 and plus 2. Now I'm going to deliberately make a mistake, students. Okay, and I'll explain what mistake that is, which many of you may tend to make. So let me write sine of e shift ln power x. Okay. Now, can you see the graph of sine x? You can see something here, something here, but you can't see it properly, isn't it? But if you actually look at the answer scheme, mark scheme, you can see this is the graph of sine of e power x. So you're taking the same scale, right? You're taking the same scale, but still you're not getting the proper answer. Why do you think it is so, students? Okay, the answer is, if you recall, for solving one of the problems, I changed the input, the angle, the input mode as degrees, isn't it? Now here, if nothing is mentioned, it means it has to be in radians, okay? So please go and change. Let us go and change that. Run mode. So shift menu. Yeah, it is in degree. So let me make it into radian. Okay, now let me come to graph menu, graph. Let me draw now. Now you can see the graph properly, isn't it? So you sketch this. Now while sketching, it's very important that uh, you mark the y-intercept and you mark the x-intercepts where it cuts the x-axis. And if there are any maximum or minimum point, you have to mention that. You can let us look at the mark scheme. You can see you get one mark for this, and then one mark for here. Okay, so totally 3 marks for sketching the uh, graph of g of x. Okay, now next one is solve f of x equal to g of x. Now that is a very simple question. You just have to intersect, find the point of intersection. So g solve intersect. So one value is minus 1.32 and the other value is 1.68. So let us cross check. Minus 1.32 and 1.68 there. That's right. Okay. The final question is final subdivision in this question is write down the set of values of x for which f of x is greater than g of x. So you can see that this is f of x, okay, and this is g of x. You can see that between these two, this line here, the point of intersection, that vertical line, and this one again here, between these two lines, the x values, the f of x is above, the curve of f of x is above the curve of g of x, isn't it? So the solution is x between minus 1.32 and 1.68. Okay, you get 2 marks for that. Okay, so let us look at the ninth problem now. Let f of x equal to e power x sine 2x plus 10 for x between 0 and 4. Part of the graph of f is given below. Now you can see there is an x-intercept at the point A. There is a local maximum at the point M, and where at x equal to p, and then there is a local minimum when x equal to q. So write down the x coordinate of A. So for that, what I'll do is I'm going to uh, type this. I'm going to use the graph. So let me exit. Let me delete this. Okay. So the function is e power x sine 2x plus 10. So okay. Now the scale is 0 to 4 and then minus 5 to 15. Minus 5 to 15. Okay, you see the graph here. So this is the point A. So to find the x coordinate of point A, just g solve and type enter root f1. So you get 2.31. So the x coordinate of A is nothing but 2.31. Let me cross check. Yeah, that is right, 2.31. Next one is find the value of P and Q. So P and Q are nothing but the x coordinates of the uh, points M and N. So how do you find that? So let me go to G solve maximum. So you get 1.02. So that is P. So P is, cross check, yeah, 1.02. And then Q is nothing but you have to find the minimum point. So G solve minimum, you get 2.588, so 2.59. So Q is 2.59. Okay. So find integral Q to P to Q, sorry, f of x dx. That's very simple. P is, you found the values of P and Q and you know f of x, so you can actually find it. So I'm not going to solve this. Yeah, the last problem for this video. Maybe I think I better solve this in the next one. Okay, I think it's already, I don't want the videos to be too long. So I'm going to solve the 10th one in the next video, students.